Hey guys, and welcome to New Mills Model Railway. A lot's changed since I last did a video, and I must apologise for the sound quality for the last one. Now I've got the external microphone plugged in, it should be better for you. Would have helped if I did that last time, but there we go. Anyway, a lot has changed since the last video. Mainly the baseboards have been put down, and a lot of the track's been laid. So I've got a first loop running, and I'll show you more of that in the next video. But for today, I thought I would do a video on speed building the Metcalfe single line shed in stone, which is this one here, which is a great little building. So if I fast forward to last night, and we can go through the building of there. Obviously speed it up a bit because it's going to be ever so boring if I just do it like that, because it took 2 hours. See you in a bit. So here we are back at the railway. While I get myself sorted out here, looking at the instructions and cutting out all the bits and card, big massive thank you to those who have subscribed to me recently. I know I've been a bit quiet since my last video, so a lot hasn't been done, but last check was 55 subscribers, so thanks a lot to you guys for subscribing, and wanted to keep in the loop with what I'm up to as well. It's really good to see you, and those who are watching and haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and notify the bell that you want to be notified when I upload more videos. So right now I'm just cutting out the supports for the side walls, which have been cut out there. I think in some cases though a knife, the scissors is better than using a knife, as I'm discovering here. What I really like about the Metcalfe kits actually is the instructions particularly are always very comprehensive. They're easy to understand, and they've got pictures, and the pictures actually show you where it actually needs to go. There are other kits out there where you're looking at the instructions and you're thinking, what? You're not quite sure where things go and all that sort of stuff. I think you have to be a real expert in railway terminology and railway knowledge, with some of the plastic kits particularly, in knowing where everything goes. But with the Metcalfe kits I've never found any problems whatsoever with the instructions and actually building it up. They're always nice and easy, they're fun, and they're addictive as well. Although I think there is, building the side walls here, I think I did make a mistake or two, possibly to do with the framing for the windows. I'm just sorting out now what I need to do next, which I think is going to be the windows for this side walls. I used a pair of scissors this time because the knife isn't that great for cutting that. And this is where I made a mistake. There was actually another piece of card for the window frames. I didn't put the window frames in. It didn't destroy the integrity of the building, but you know, you should. The lesson there is read the instructions fully and properly without trying to rush. But no, this was good fun. So the model railway I'm building is a secondary main line with staggered platforms, as you can see there as well. By the way, before I forget, I did use some trucks to put the excess card away, so I didn't need to so it's not all messy all over the place. So that's where that lot went, and obviously in the recycling afterwards. Anyway, so the model railway is set between 1948 and 1968 in the Midlands, so that gives me a massive scope for what I can and can't run
Obviously I will stick to rule 1 now and again. If I do like something, I will buy it and I will run it. But generally speaking, it's Midland Region locomotives. I'm just weighing down the card there, making sure it doesn't come off. And Western Region locomotives as well, and maybe some cheeky diesels too. But it's mostly from the steam era of British Railways, set in the Midlands. New Mills Station isn't based on any real New Mills that is around in the country. Now there's a couple of stations that are called New Mills and whatnot, but no, it's a completely fictional station in my mind, in the middle of the Midlands. So halfway in between nowhere and somewhere. So you may be wondering what the glue I'm using today. It's just some standard Wilko's own PVA glue. I find that it holds fast quite quickly and sticks quite quickly. Metcalfe also recommend Speed Bond from Dulux Materials. I absolutely recommend that as well. That's a really good glue, and you're not standing there for ages holding onto a piece to stick it to another piece. It does hold down quite quickly. I'm just doing up the front now of the shed, starting to get that built up. Now what I'm building here, I believe, is the back of the shed for the workshop. I've just cut that out. I think I'm looking for another piece and I'm not sure where it's gone, where I can find it. Oh, looks like I have found it. These kits are so easy to build, and this one I would say is between step level easy maybe to low medium. If you're new to Metcalfe, I think you'd be able to do this fairly easily. If you are looking for a basic Metcalfe kit, their signal boxes are quite easy to build. They're really nice to do, nice and easy, and they're great for kids as well, so you could do it with your grandkids or you could do it with your own kids, and it's a nice bit of fun to get them into the hobby as well. But just make sure that if you are going to be doing it with your kid, you do all the cutting. Don't let anyone, any children obviously, use sharp blades etc. on their own. But you all know that I'm not going to try and teach you how to suck eggs. You're here to watch me build a shed, and that's what you're doing. Isn't it thrilling? Yes, marvellous. So there we are. There's the back of the back wall actually, that goes into the workshop. The inside's fantastically detailed as well, considering the fact that you potentially might not even see it. So I may put some lights in it. We'll have to see there. And here I am cutting away at these side walls, which we started early on with the window frames. I'm running out of trucks here. You see I've got 3 now. There we are, we can see the sheds now coming into life, into fruition. It's no longer just cardboard stuck into a piece of packaging. It's a real building, and actually that's what I quite like about kits. You can scratch build, or I'm an awful scratch builder. You should see the house I tried to build. It's got wonky windows. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. The thing about card kits is that you can they're cheaper than resin buildings, which you just plonk down. Well, generally speaking, they can be cheaper than resin buildings that you just plonk down, and you're building it yourself. So then when you do finally build it after like 2 or 3 hours or however long it takes you to build the building, once you've built it, you can then plonk it down and proudly say, I helped build that. Well, you didn't help build it, but I built that, and you get the reward of doing it, because it makes that's the whole point of model making. That's the whole point of model railways, is that you enjoy what you build, and it's not always about just buying the building and plonking it in. You're making it your own, you're making it your own special thing, and that's what I like about the Metcalfe kits. And there's so many of them as well. There's so many. That's an interesting one, actually. I've been seeing some pictures of the Metcalfe on their Facebook, posting up cheeky pictures of a possible new kit, which looks like it might be a castle, which could be an interesting kit to build. That looks quite exciting. I wish I would stop designing and creating new kits, because it means I've got to buy them, and then I've got to build them, and then I've got to find out where to put them. But I'll keep buying them because they're so addictive. And there we are, me showing you it, and all, you know, it comes together quite quickly. So yeah, I'm moving on now to a bit further on with the workshop area I'm building now. I think I did actually make a mistake as well with the door. The door is designed to be able to open up. I forgot to put the window in. I think I put it in a bit later on, but then it means that I can't actually put it down in the seam with the door ajar. Unfortunately, the door to the workshop has to remain shut because there's a piece of clear plastic, which is supposed to be the window, blocking the way. Where I should have put it is I should have put it in between the frame and the supporting back for it. And here I am now just doing the back wall for the workshop, which joins up really nicely. And I think that's it now pretty much for the main base, main framework for the shed, which is fantastic. So here I am again looking at some more instructions going, what? I don't understand this bit. Which I do really, but you know, it's now I've just got to find the pieces to sort it out. I think the first bit is going to be the workshop roof. Yes, it is the workshop roof. So just putting some glue around the edges there. It's no time at all this dries and it sticks on absolutely fine. What's great about the Metcalfe kits as well compared to other card kits like the Super Quick kits, which are a bit flimsy, these Metcalfe kits are very sturdy, and once you've built it and it's all glued down and stuff, you wouldn't have imagined that it was a flat pack kit before you did this. What are we doing here? Oh right, okay, yeah, I know what these bits are. These are the funny bits at the bottom. I'm trying to find the right piece. Oh, and then the telephone rang. And because of that, the lighting has changed, so I do apologise about that. I turn the light off, and obviously it's one of those energy things where it's like, oh, but you don't need light just yet. I'm going to be quite dim before I brighten up. So it will brighten up after a bit, so I do apologise about that. I had to pop out momentarily last night. Something exciting on the telly. I had been at it for about an hour and 10 minutes, so you know. Ah, now these are fun. These go in the roof, and they fold together when I've got the right one. And you add a bit of, you have to add, they're self-adhesive, but it's best to put a bit of glue in as well, because they could come undone. But when they're folded in, they're extra secure then. And there's 3 of them that go along inside on the roof. As you can see there now, I'm folding it in and adding bits of glue in and stuff. And you'll see what I do in a moment to attach it inside. And I made a mistake here as well, so you'll see my mistake as well. But I don't think that was my fault. There are some on the side walls. There's some additional detail for the inside walls, and you fit them into it. But I couldn't see anywhere in the instructions which suggested that when I need to put that in. So when I put these buttressy trussel type thingamajigs in it, I forgot to put there. It's just in the corner there. But if I keep my hands still, you'll be out there. Them. I forgot to put them in them. At the moment, I'm working on the steam chimney thing, where all the steam comes through them and then out through the chimney. And that's where the trussel things go. I don't know these words. All I know is that they go in the shed. Don't ask me. So here we are then. I just showed you, forgetting that I will be speeding this up, but yeah, you get the idea. And there we are. I'm just adding some dabs of glue to support it, and it just pops in there like that. And then obviously you'd have the roof on top. Here I am cutting out the roof. And I'm really running out of space in them trucks now, as you can see. This is the point where I realise I have made a mistake. At some point here I realise I've made the mistake, and you'll see where I've made the mistake. I'm just popping these on before I put the roof on. So that's something else I'd missed in the instructions originally. These are self-adhesive as well, the buttresses, and they just stick on top of each other, nice and easy. The locomotive that you can see on the screen, by the way, is a Bachmann Patriot class with DCC sound. Nice loco. There I am, looking, thinking, bugger, And I'm looking at the instructions and I can't find where I was supposed to put this. When I was supposed to fit it. So I decide to fit it now before I go any further. And then I put that back on in a moment because it all fits more comfortably then. It was too late to put the frames in, which you can see there on the card sheet, but that didn't matter so much. Just more recycling for the recycling men. So, thank you very much so far for watching, if indeed you still are. If you'd like to see more videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so then you're alerted to as and when I upload a new video. If I get over 100 subscribers, if and when, I'll be having a celebratory live stream where I'm thinking about doing all sorts of stuff like tutorials, how to build trees, more of this kind of stuff, running sessions, Q&As, etc, etc. If you'd like the idea of that sort of thing, again, hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell. And also give this video a very big like as well. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, thank you kindly, thank you very much. I'm attaching the roof. And the next bit that we're going to be looking at is the chimneys, and it suggests that you paint some bits and stuff black and all that, everything like that. And it doesn't have any chimney caps on this one, as most of them do, but because this is a steam engine shed, it doesn't have that. I haven't done that on camera. I haven't painted anything on this kit on camera, but I probably will do at a later date. Here I am just cutting out the formations now of the chimneys. There's also some other bits that I don't bother doing on Metcalfe kits, like the ridge tiles. I don't bother with that, and I don't bother painting any edges or that sort of stuff. At a later date I'll probably weather it anyway, and add some like weeds and stuff going around the shed, maybe some drain pipes and stuff, extra details. And I will do a video for that at a later date as well. For those interested in the track plan and to have a proper look at the layout, that will be done on my next video, fingers crossed, if I'm still here, which I should be, hopefully. Here I am now, doing all this stuff to do with the chimney. Not a lot really you can say after a bit about it. I mean, I could keep quiet. Would you prefer me to keep quiet? Probably really annoying you now. Look at my hands work away, not realising they're off screen. Sorry about that. Oh, here I am now, just popping the chimneys into the top. I stood up for 2 hours doing this for you lot. No, hard work. Here we are with the third chimney now. This is a fantastic kit to build. Apart from that issue where I couldn't find anywhere in the instructions about the internal wall, it might have just been me being blind as a bat, because that does happen. But apart from that, it was a really good kit to build, really fun and enjoyable. I always enjoy doing the Metcalfe kits anyway, so I will pop a link in the description to where you can get more Metcalfe kits if you so wish to desire to have more Metcalfe kits. Don't know why you wouldn't want a Metcalfe kit, but there's a link in the description. Here we are then with the fourth and final chimney. But as I say, you'd paint the top of them black, because you can just about see in this video here that you can tell it's cardboard. So at a later date I will probably just paint the top with black. Now moving on to the, what am I doing now? What's this bit? What's going on? I don't know. Ah, this is the workshop chimney now, which is a bit taller. Shed foreman's there, probably having a bacon butty and waiting for his fire to start, so he can have a nice cup of tea, boil it on top of the stove, like, you know, the kettle, obviously. Wonder who the station foreman will be. Station foreman? No, the shed foreman will be called. I think we'll call him Stan. Stan, the shed foreman at New Mills Station. That's a good idea. We'll call him Stan. Station master could be Frank, Stan, and Ted. Ted will be the signalman. Frank, Stan, and Ted, who run New Mills Station. British Railways, they know I've picked some sods, did they? Right, moving on. It just keeps happening. These are like these really cool windowsill sort of things, and they're self-adhesive, so I didn't need any glue for those really, and they just stuck straight on. I may have just added a couple of spots of glue here and there just to keep it in place, but most of the time they've all stuck on with their own self-adhesive. Very much like the self-adhesive paving slabs that you can get from Metcalfe, and they're flipping addictive and all. I've got to find somewhere on the layout to build a pavement just so I can get those self-adhesive paving slabs, because they are really cool. The paving slabs are really good as well, because what you can do with those is once you've laid it, you could shade it in with some pencil, and then with your finger just rub it, and it looks like it's really aged. So you'd have a nice paved pavement that's not weathered and dirty and really aged, rather than just a piece of card that's got self-adhesive on the back. It looks really nice then as well. I had some on my last layout, so I do need to find a area to put a pavement. We've got to have one of them. Maybe a nice little park somewhere on it. The trouble is, where you're going to put it in that space. Where I am currently building it is where it's going to be a station yard and all sorts of stuff. It's going to look quite cool. So we are coming to the end of the video now, and as I said earlier on, thank you very so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that notification bell to notify it that you want to be notified about a video when I upload it. So yeah, this has been Liam at New Mills Model Railway, and I'll leave you with these last little bits of footage. Cheers guys, see you in the next one.